Everybody to webmasterlessons.com. This is Mike Pierre, and today what tutorial I'm going to be going over with you is basically how to create a button in Adobe Photoshop. I will be using CS5, and thereafter I am going to put this Photoshop elements, documents, whatever I'm graphicing out in Photoshop within Flash to make the button active. Right now I don't have an example because I want to show you how to do this from scratch. So first thing first, I'm gonna go on a website. It's called fonts101.com, and on this website you can get multiple different fonts. To me, I recommend this website the most when it comes to downloading fonts because number one, they're free and they have over 40,000 free fonts. As you can see, they have all types of font styles within the left panel of their website. And basically, let's get started because I already have pre-installed fonts. And if you don't know how to install these fonts, I'm gonna give you an instructional guide. First and foremost, you're gonna have to go to. Hold on, I will do it as we go so you guys can know. You go to my computer, right? And when you go to my computer, you click let me think about this. You click on change a setting, right? Once you change the setting, you click on your fonts. Once you click on your fonts, once you download the font, it's in a zip file. So all you have to do is basically unzip it and just copy it or just drag it over from that unzip file to this fonts file, because this file will capture all the fonts that's in your system. So that's how you install fonts. So now let's go back to Photoshop. Now we're in Photoshop. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, New, right? Once I click on New, I'm going to put, alright, I'm working on something for a client. So first thing first, it might not be perfect right now, but I'm going to just edit it after the video is done because this is just a tutorial. I'm gonna create a font. This font, I'm gonna, first and foremost, this is the way I like to work. It's not the best practices. I gotta create a view preview font, right? And they want it like to pop out. They want it oval and they want it looking nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the width to probably, I would say about 150 for now, and then I'll put the height for 100, right? Once that's done, this is what I'm working with. This is basically the stage I'm working with. And if I want to view the actual pixels to see if this is the size I want, then I just click on my what do you call this? My little magnifying glass tool, whatever you want to call it. Okay, anyway, so I could say the width is just about right. The height is too big for what I'm working with right now, but that's okay because I'll show you why later on. It's just to keep me from saving time as well. So first thing first, I'm gonna make this background. Alright, the first thing first, my client's website is green. It's the specific green. When you click on that, if you guys don't know Photoshop and you guys learning Photoshop, you guys could choose different colors. And this is the hex code right here. That's considered a hex code. You can find hex codes within if you type in on Google hex codes, you'll get codes that will look something like that, right? So basically this is the color that my client's website is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the paint bucket to green for now. Is this exactly what he wants? Yes, he does. Alright, anyway, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go for the round rectangle tool, which is located in my toolbar, right? The round rectangle tool is this little element right here, part of your tools. Excuse me with the cam, I'm still getting familiar with this cam, right? So I'm gonna click on that, right? Then what I'm going to do is I don't want that to be the same color. I'm gonna actually try to match up his website with his background. So I'm gonna click like a yellow, right? If I wanted to, I could find out the fine color for yellow if I just type in the hex color within Google, just to make it easier. Usually they have charts, so I want a nice yellow. Oh, by the way, let me bring this down so you guys can see. I want it bright, so I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Alright, perfect. That's good for me. And then now what I'm gonna do, since it's in a rounded edge rectangle tool, I'm just gonna simply draw. Actually, I don't like that one. Control Z. Alright, that's perfect. Okay, now since we got that done, right? So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click where it says layers, where it says shape 1, because if you click within there's different parts over here that you click on, you right click on, and it depends on what other actions you want to take. So basically I want to blend this, right? So I want it to be like a I'm not gonna say 3D, but I want it to look better than it is right now. So if I put stroke, you see how the stroke comes out, right? It comes out thick. And then after that, do I want that? Probably or probably not. One tool that everybody uses is the gradient overlay, right? So with the gradient overlay, you see what I just did? I pressed the advanced blending. When I pressed the gradient overlay, it became black. That yellow became black. So I took out the blue, right? Which is one of the channels I wanted to blend. And if I threw a stroke on there, I'm thinking if I wanted that stroke, you could thin out the stroke if you want, but I don't really want to do it. But basically, when you're dealing with tools like this, you're dealing with how can I say? You're doing it to your teeth, you know. So I'm gonna drop the shadow. No, I actually want an inner glow. I'm gonna keep the shadow. So I put an inner shadow and an inner glow. And if I wanted to bevel it, right, to make it more sharper, you see how it gets sharper and sharper. And if I wanted to add texture, I could add texture, right? Okay, now I'm gonna just the opacity. I'm just gonna kill it just a little bit. The fill opacity a little bit, right? So now I basically got a dimensional button, right? So for now, this is how it's looking. This is basically my button, right? So once you're done, you have to rasterize the layer. There's two things you can do. One quick thing I'm going to show you, because I'm running out of time in this first part of the video, is I'm going to you just click any toolbar key. For example, you click the paint bucket, and then it'll ask you if you want to rasterize. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into, actually I'm gonna put text on this. So I'm going to stop this video right now, and I'm going to go ahead and create part 2 of this video tutorial on how to make a basic button and delivering it in Flash in order to use ActionScript functions. So stay tuned for the next video.